morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with all of you today and to share with you. Welcome back to our time together on Saturday at 10 o'clock Central Time. So many of you are leaders. In fact, all of us are leaders of our family, our business, school, our community, church, and the list can go on. As leaders, we move forward, we create, we accomplish, and we lead others, hopefully victoriously. But many of you wrote and said to me that now, under current circumstances, you do not feel as leaders at all. Well, I'm here to encourage you that your ability as a leader to change the world is within your grasp. I will share with you the 3 steps to follow to be a godly leader under any circumstances in your life. For more training, you can always go to virginiaprodanbooks.com/freedom coaching. Tell us what you need and we will help you. We're here to help you and to encourage you. What is leadership? Many of you ask me. Well, leadership, it's a simple question that has indeed many answers. Leadership is most absorbed because we encounter it everywhere in large or small forms. Leadership is least understood because it is a complex notion. We see it, but for many of us, it's hard to describe. I'm here to tell you that leadership begins with you by accepting your God given mission and responsibilities in life. You are unique. So, number one, step one, leaders accept personal responsibility for their action and mission in life. Leadership either fails or begins at exactly this point. Adam and Eve illustrates a failure to accept responsibility. You can read the story in Genesis 1 to 3. Eve attempts to shift responsibility to serpent. The serpent tricked me, she responded to God. Adam does even worse, attempts to shift the blame first to Eve and then to God. He said, the woman, Eve, that you gave me the fruit and I ate it. Then he blames God. You gave her to me. Leadership requires accepting responsibility for your own action, your own mistakes, failures, errors, or even for your willful sin. Blame shifting creates a pattern of uncertainty that makes even positive action difficult or impossible. Keep that in mind. A real leader faces hard facts, accepts and admits responsibility where necessary, and then the next step turns to find a way forward. Is creative. As a leader, ask yourself, what is your motivation for leading? And keep that in mind. We need to lead out of a place of friendship with God from His presence, just the way Moses did. He said, and we can say the same thing, if your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here. You can read more in Exodus 33, 15, and 16. Number two, leaders desire to know God's character and His way of doing things. by reading the Bible and walking with God daily, we, God will build in us his character in our lives. God offers you and me opportunities to learn his leadership style, but you have to pay attention to the opportunities that God brings your way. And you have to submit to the process. It's a process of transformation. And in addition to learning God's character, we also need to learn his way, how God does things. And as we learn his way, we get to know him more deeply and understand. God does things differently. Have you noticed that? David, as a leader, asked God, "Show me your way, Lord. Teach me your path." Moses also asked God, "Teach me your way so I may know you and continue to find favor with you." Exodus 33:13. God's way is different. To be the greatest, God asks us to become the greatest servant leader. Learn the character and the ways of God and practice them at any opportunity that you have in your life. And you will see people will follow you as a leader because they will see God's character in you and God's way in you, in your leadership, in your life, and in your business. Discover also some misconceptions about God's character you might have. And take notes weekly. One tangible change that you want to make in your life and your leadership style to act more in line of God's character and his way. Number 3, leaders seek God's direction to honor him. As a leader, David sought God's direction as he longed to honor God. David decided to bring the Ark of Covenant to Jerusalem inside the tent that David had pitched for it. You can read in 2 Samuel 6:17. And this decision was the most profound step of David's leadership. Ask yourself, what is the most profound step in your leadership that God wants you to take? And take it. Because God guided and helped David to consolidate his leadership role and his kingdom. And under David's leadership, God's people was at rest and secure. To Jerusalem, they will bring their gift in worship, as Jerusalem will be the center of their religious life. Jerusalem also became the center of Israel's commerce and military strength. Do you see that? David acknowledged that his leadership success was based because the hand of the Lord was upon me, and he gave me understanding in all the details of the plan. You read in 1 Chronicle 28:19. God helped David execute and strategically influence the course of David's kingdom for the next 100 years. David is a great leadership model for us, a great example of how we should follow the process of strategic planning with God in our business, in our life, in our school, whatever. A strategic development, a transforming vision with powerful an enduring impact. God affirmed David's plan to build a temple, but he directed that Solomon, his son, not David, was the one who would build it. And David submitted to God's will. Yes, we all have in mind great accomplishment for God. We want to honor him. But the questions are, do we involve God in our plans? Do we submit like David to God's plans, even if he changes or modifies them? You can respond to that. David submitted. David's son, Solomon, said proudly, "But the Lord said to my father David, you did well to have it in your heart to build a temple for my name." 2 Chronicles 6, 7, and 8. Many of us, leaders, are making mistakes by following strictly our passion or vision without God's guidance and move ahead too fast or even against God's will or God's timing. We have to learn from David. Take notice from David. He immediately submitted to God's will and with an eager heart. So ask yourself, is a new vision growing in your mind and soul for God to honor him in your life, your family, or in your business, or in your community, or in your country? So, like David, consult with God, seek God's guidance and involvement, submit to God's will like David. And next, watch God transforming your plan, your vision, into a powerful, enduring, and impactful plan that will honor him and benefit many. Your ability to change the world is within your grasp. God is giving it to you. It's just you to respond it. For more coaching, go to virginiaprodanbooks.com/freedom coaching. We are here to help you and to do whatever it takes to motivate you. Do not settle for less when your ability to change the world as a leader is within your grasp. It's a process. Leadership, it's a process, and we can help you. We can help you turn your setbacks into comebacks. Your family, your business, your community, and America needs you and your leadership more than ever before. Until our next time, each Wednesday and Saturday at 10 o'clock Central Time, be blessed and keep in touch. Bye-bye.